Welcome to Stoicism, Quotity. What if I told you that losing her was the best thing that could have ever happened to you? What if I told you that this pain you're feeling right now, this gut-wrenching heartbreak, is not a curse but a blessing? Most men break when a woman chooses another. They drown in self-pity, desperately searching for closure, replaying every moment and asking, what did I do wrong? But a Stoic man sees the truth. He doesn't chase, he doesn't beg, he doesn't crumble. Because the moment she chose another man, she made a decision. And that decision wasn't about you. It was about her. The question is, will you let this destroy you or will you let it forge you into something greater? The reality is the moment she walked away, you were given a choice. You can stay broken, weak, and needy, or you can rise. You can embrace the mindset of a man who cannot be shaken, a man who wins by letting go. Make no mistake, you will win. While she expects you to be lost without her, you're about to become the man she regrets leaving, the man who never loses because he never attaches. If you're ready to master your emotions, reclaim your power, and make her see exactly what she threw away, then keep watching. Like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because what I'm about to tell you will change everything. Drop a comment below. A Stoic man sees the truth. 1. The illusion of love. Number 1. The illusion of love. Love feels real, doesn't it? The way she smiled at you, the way she held your hand, the way she whispered promises in the dark. It all felt like it would last forever. But here's the truth. What you thought was love was an illusion, a mirage crafted by your emotions and your own mind. And now that she's gone, you're left with the harsh realization that love, in its rawest form, is never as pure as it seems. Most men build their world around a woman. They invest everything, time, energy, emotion, believing that she will always feel the same way. But feelings are temporary. They shift like the tide, unpredictable and uncontrollable. One moment she swears she loves you. The next, she's in another man's arms, acting as if you never existed. You stand there broken, asking yourself how she could move on so easily. The answer is simple. She never saw love the way you did. Men love with loyalty, logic, and a sense of permanence. They see a woman as their partner, their future, their everything. But women love based on how they feel in the moment. They are driven by emotions, excitement, and a constant need for stimulation. When the rush of newness fades and the emotional high of the relationship settles into routine, she starts looking elsewhere, not because you did something wrong or because you weren't enough, but because she was never yours to keep. This is the illusion, the idea that love is unbreakable, that devotion is forever, that she will stand by you no matter what. It's a fairy tale, a fantasy that men are sold from a young age. But the Stoic man sees reality. He understands that everything in life is fleeting, including love. He doesn't beg for permanence in a world where everything is temporary. Instead, he embraces detachment. When a woman chooses another man, most men spiral. They become desperate, trying to prove their worth, trying to remind her of the moments they shared. They text, they call, they plead, but all they're doing is proving their weakness. The moment you seek validation from the one who left you, you give her power over you. A Stoic man never gives away his power. He doesn't try to win her back. He doesn't chase someone who has already made her choice. Instead, he steps back, lets her go, and understands a fundamental truth. She was never his possession to lose. And that's where true strength is found. When you stop seeing love as something to be owned, something to be kept at all costs, you free yourself from the chains of heartbreak. You become untouchable. Because the man who cannot be broken by love is the man who commands respect. The man who does not chase is the man who is chased. And the man who does not need her is the man she regrets losing the most. Now it's time for you to embrace this mindset. Stop seeing her as your loss and start seeing her as your lesson. You weren't defeated, you were freed. The illusion has been shattered, and now you can finally see. Like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Drop a comment below. A Stoic man sees through the illusion. 2. Control your emotions. Control your emotions. Control your life. Emotions can control your life. She expects you to break, to feel lost, drowning in your own emotions, desperate to get her back. She anticipates that you will lash out, react, and crumble under the weight of your heartbreak. But that's exactly why you won't. The moment you let your emotions dictate your actions, you lose. A weak man lets his feelings control him. He texts her late at night hoping for one last conversation. He stalks her social media, searching for signs that she regrets leaving. He drowns himself in self-pity, playing the victim and believing that his happiness was tied to her presence. In contrast, a Stoic man understands a fundamental truth. The one who controls his emotions controls his life. Think about it. What happens when you allow your emotions to take over? You become impulsive, reacting without thinking, acting out of fear, pain, and a desperate need to regain what you lost. Every time you do this, you give her more power over you. The more you react, the more she knows she still has a hold on you. When she realizes that you're still affected, she feels validated in her choice to leave. That's why the Stoic approach is different. A Stoic man does not suppress his emotions. He masters them. He does not ignore his pain. He acknowledges it, but refuses to let it dictate his actions. He steps back, detaches, and chooses how he will respond. True strength is not found in the absence of emotion, but in the ability to remain unshaken by it. Imagine this: a fire burns within you. It is the pain, the anger, and the frustration of losing someone you cared for. A weak man lets that fire consume him, turning his emotions into reckless actions. But a Stoic man harnesses that fire. He uses it as fuel, motivation, and a force to elevate himself rather than destroy himself. What defines a powerful man is not his ability to love or prove his worth, but his ability to remain indifferent in the face of loss. The moment you stop reacting, stop seeking validation, and stop caring whether she regrets her decision or not, you win. Here's the twist. When she sees you unaffected, when she realizes that you didn't spiral, didn't chase, and didn't break, doubt creeps into her mind. She starts to wonder if she made the wrong choice. She questions whether you were more valuable than she realized. And that's when the dynamic shifts. A man in control of himself is a man in control of everything. Women are drawn to strength, mystery, and the unknown. When she senses that she no longer has control over your emotions, she begins to wonder if she ever really understood you at all. This is why you must master yourself. Do not react. Do not chase. Do not give her the satisfaction of knowing she has power over you. Instead, step back, breathe, and take control. You are no longer the man who begs for love or needs reassurance. You are the man who stands tall, walks away without looking back, and remains completely unmoved by the chaos around him. The power of walking away. Walking away isn't losing, it's winning. The moment you walk away, you reclaim your value. You take back control, and she begins to feel the weight of your absence. Most men do the exact opposite. They cling, negotiate, and text long paragraphs pouring out their emotions, hoping she will suddenly realize how much they meant to her. But here's the brutal truth. She already knew. She understood what she was doing when she left. She knew you loved her, she knew you would hurt, and she still made her choice. Now it's your turn to make a choice. Will you degrade yourself trying to convince someone to stay? Will you hold on to someone who has already let you go? Or will you do what a Stoic man does? Walk away without hesitation, explanation, or regret. A Stoic man understands that walking away is not weakness, it's strength. Weak men cling, weak men try to fix what's broken, and weak men beg for love that has already been withdrawn. A man of value knows his worth, and a man who knows his worth does not plead for someone to see it. He simply removes himself. Here's the paradox. The moment you walk away, she starts to feel it. She begins to wonder, why didn't you fight for her? She starts to question why you didn't beg. She expected tears, desperation, and for you to prove that she was the one for you. Instead, you disappeared, leaving her standing there wondering if she ever really mattered to you at all. That's where real power is found. People only value what they fear losing forever. As long as you are present, available, and waiting in the background for another chance, She knows she still has you. But the moment you walk away for good, then is when she truly feels your absence. And that's when the regret creeps in. Most women don't immediately regret losing a man. They only begin to regret it when they realize he has moved on to something better. A better life, a better mindset, a better version of himself. They regret it when they see you thriving without them, unbothered and unreachable, and realize they no longer have access to you. This is why walking away is the ultimate power move. It's not about making her miss you or playing games. It's about understanding that a king never begs. A king doesn't convince someone to stay in his kingdom. He simply lets those who wish to leave, leave. Once you adopt this mindset, you will see a shift in your energy. You will stop being the man who pleads for love and start being the man who is truly worthy of it, because true value is never found in desperation, but in detachment. The one who walks away first is the one who wins, and now you can be that man. Silence is your greatest weapon. It's the most powerful response you can give. No long messages, no explanations, no desperate attempts to change her mind, just silence. While most men try to fix things with words, a stoic man lets his absence speak for him. When a woman leaves, she expects a reaction: anger, sadness, pleading. She expects you to try to convince her that she made a mistake. But the moment you give her nothing, the moment you vanish without a word, a seed of doubt is planted in her mind. Silence forces her to sit with her decision, and that silence is louder than anything you could ever say. Most men crumble when a woman leaves. They send paragraphs trying to explain themselves, or beg for clarity, closure, or one last conversation. But every word you send is a reminder that she still has power over you. That's why silence is your greatest weapon. It removes her control, creates mystery, and makes her wonder, why hasn't he reached out? Does he not care? Did I make the wrong choice? That's when the shift happens. The same woman who walked away convinced she was making the right decision now finds herself questioning everything. A man who can walk away without looking back is rare, and women always desire what is rare. Silence also gives you the space to reclaim yourself. No distractions, no waiting for a response, no draining your energy on someone who has already made their choice. You channel all that energy back into yourself, your goals, your discipline, your evolution. While she might expect you to be shattered, you are thriving. Most women don't feel the loss of a man right away. They don't immediately regret their decision. But after days, weeks, or months of silence, they start to wonder. The moment she sees you are no longer available, the moment she realizes you have moved forward without her, the regret begins to set in. She might test you, sending a casual message or a random excuse to reach out. But this is where many men fail. The moment she gets a response, she knows she still has access to you. She was never reaching out because she missed you. She was reaching out to see if you were still an option. A stoic man remains silent because he understands that responding would only serve her ego, not his value. He knows that his time, energy, and presence are privileges, not entitlements. The moment she threw them away, she lost them. This is the power of silence. It shifts control back into your hands, makes her realize she underestimated you, and helps her feel the emptiness of a world without you in it. Ultimately, it forces her to see exactly what she lost. So say nothing, walk away, disappear, and let her mind do the work for you. Because the man who stays silent is the man she never forgets. 5. Level up and become unreachable. The greatest revenge is not anger, proving her wrong, or even making her miss you. The greatest revenge is becoming the man she can no longer have. A man so evolved, powerful, and untouchable that even if she wanted to come back, she wouldn't be in your league anymore. Most men dwell in their pain, wasting time overanalyzing what went wrong and obsessing over the past, stuck in a cycle of regret. But a stoic man doesn't waste a single second. He channels every ounce of that pain into building himself. He doesn't just move on, he levels up. This is where you separate yourself from 9% of men. While she expects you to be broken, you are transforming into a better version of yourself. As she seeks validation from another man, you are creating a version of yourself that she will never have access to again. Shift your mindset. Every gym session, Every book you read and every dollar you make isn't about proving anything to her. It's about proving something to yourself. You were always the prize, and you never needed her in the first place. She was simply a chapter in your story, not the entire book. When a man fully commits to self-improvement, he becomes unreachable and rare. And women chase what is rare. They don't regret losing a man who remains the same. They regret losing a man who evolves beyond them. Picture this. Months from now, you're in the best shape of your life. Your mind is sharp and focused. Your finances are in order, and your energy is different. You walk into a room and people feel your presence. You no longer seek validation. You command it. When she sees this version of you, the regret will hit her like a storm. She'll wonder why she left, whether she misjudged you, and if she made the wrong choice because the man she left is not the man she sees now. The cruel reality is that she can't have you back because you're no longer available. You're not waiting for closure or stuck in the past. You have leveled up beyond her reach. Now you decide who is worthy of your time, energy, and presence. This is what it means to be truly powerful. It's not about getting her back. It's about being the man that makes every woman regret ever walking away. Once you reach that level, you won't even care about her regret anymore. So stop thinking about her. Stop checking her social media and waiting for signs that she misses you. Instead, take every moment of pain and turn it into fuel. Get into the gym, build your empire, and sharpen your mind because the man who becomes untouchable wins. 6. Dark psychology, reverse the power dynamic. Right now, she thinks she holds all the power. She walked away, chose someone else, and believes she made the right decision. She assumes you're still thinking about her, missing her, and wishing she would come back. But what happens when you stop caring and flip the script? This is where dark psychology comes in. It's about shifting the power dynamic so that she is the one chasing you. The secret isn't manipulation or playing games, it's indifference. A man who is indifferent, who is truly detached, holds all the power. Most men try to regain control by convincing a woman to come back. They post things online to get her attention, try to make her jealous, or seek ways to stay relevant in her mind. But all of this stems from attachment, which is a weakness. The Stoic man disappears, not out of spite or to get a reaction, but because he simply does not care anymore. That indifference makes her mind spiral. Women expect men to chase. They expect them to wait in the background, hoping for another chance. But when you remove yourself entirely, when you go silent and become completely unreachable, she starts to panic. Now she's not sure anymore. She wonders why you haven't reached out, whether you've already replaced her, and if she ever really had control over you at all. That uncertainty is what makes her regret it. Here's the truth. Most men don't understand that women are drawn to what they can't control. The moment she feels like she's losing her grip on you, her mind turns against her. When she senses she no longer affects you, you become valuable again. The man who moves on first is the one who wins. Think about it. How many times have you seen a woman break up with a man only to try and come back once he's truly moved on? It's not because she suddenly realizes he was perfect. It's because she realizes she no longer has power over him. That's how you reverse the power dynamic. You stop chasing, stop waiting, and stop giving her any emotional reaction. Instead, you level up, become unreachable, and make her feel your absence. Silence is loud, and indifference is intoxicating. 7. Attraction through detachment. Attraction through detachment is a powerful concept. The moment you stop caring is when she starts to notice you. When you detach yourself emotionally, you become magnetic. Nothing is more attractive than a man who is unaffected. Many men mistakenly believe that attraction comes from pursuit. They think that if they try harder, say the right thing, prove their worth, or show how much they care, she will come back. However, the truth is that attraction isn't created through effort. It is created through absence, detachment, in the realization that she is no longer the center of your world. Women are emotional creatures. They thrive on validation. When you remove that validation and stop giving her the attention she expects, she begins to crave it. She starts to wonder why you're not chasing her, why you're not reacting, and why you've moved on so easily. Here's the paradox. When you want her back, she feels no urgency, but when you genuinely stop caring and truly detach, she feels the void you left behind. That void forces her to start chasing you.